On question 21, it asks that we write the equation of the line, and they want us to put it in function notation, which would be this right here. It's slope-intercept form, but instead of using y, we're going to put f of x. My recommendation, go ahead and write the equation using y, and when we're finished, we'll replace the y with f of x. Keeps us from having to memorize several different equations. So, we're going to begin with number 22. To be able to write the equation, I need the slope and the y-intercept. The slope is calculated from the points. Slope is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Slope on this problem is going to be 3. Y minus, I need to choose one of the points to be x1 and y1. I think I'll choose this one just because the numbers look smaller and simpler. It doesn't matter which one you choose. Either one will give the same equation. I'm using this formula right here. 2. I'm going to go ahead and solve for y. And to make this function notation, I'll write it as f of x was 3x minus 6. (24), same type of problem. Change colors here. First I need the slope, y2 minus y1. x2 minus x1. Ten divided by negative 5 is negative 2. The slope is negative 2. I plug it into the point slope equation. I think I will use this point for x1 and y1 just because I don't have any negatives on this one. I think it'll be easier to use. So I said before, it doesn't matter which one you use. Either one will work fine. The x1, y1, and the m is plugged in. Now I just solve it for y to simplify it so that I can put it in function form or slope-intercept form. Function form will be f of x equals negative 2x plus 10. Number 26. First I need the slope. Once I have the slope, I plug it into the equation in the point slope form because I have points and the slope. I think I'm going to let this point over here be x1, y1. Doesn't really matter. I've been lucky not having any fractions. I should have not said that because I may be jinxing myself. function notation would be f of x is equal to 2x plus 16. $28. First I get the slope. I plug the numbers into the equation. It doesn't matter which one. I think I'll use this one. Five times 4 is 20. Divided by 4 is 24, so which is 5. Because there's no fraction in the constants, and there's not one in front of the y, I'm going to go ahead and just leave the fraction. I can get rid of 8 by minusing 8. I don't have fractions to deal with over there. I forgot that I'm doing function notation here. That's number 28. And I had to open my big mouth because if you look at number 30, it's going to have lots of fractions. We're definitely going to get rid of fractions on this one whenever we work the problem. I'm going to write kind of small so I don't run out of room. To be able to calculate the slope, we're probably going to even have to have some concept of how to add and subtract fractions. Hopefully you do. If you don't, use your calculator. Slope is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. 3/4 plus 1/4 is 1. 3 halves minus 1/2 is 2 halves, which is 1. Looks like my slope is 1. Even though that worked out nicely, I'm still going to have fractions in the equation, so I believe I'll let this on the right be x1 and y1 just because it doesn't have negatives. Really no other reason. Because this has fractions in the constants, we're probably going to have to go ahead and get rid of fractions later. First I get rid of parentheses. I'll multiply by the common denominator to get rid of the fractions, which is 4. Four times 3 is 12, divided by 4 is 3. And this is a negative 3. There's the minus right here. 4 times 1x is 4x. 4 times 3 is 12, divided by 2 is 6. Got a little confusion on the variable there. Four x divided by 4 is 1x minus 3/4. Function is f of x equals x minus 3/4.